So hi, here we are getting ourselves ready for our still life today, and we're going to take some time to set it up and to come up with what becomes an exciting composition to paint. And I wanted to sort of spend time doing this so that you could see my process and the fact that it does take me a while to get there. So we're just looking at all these beautiful vegetables and fruits, and there's a loaf of bread on a board, and I'll grab a couple of pears. Now, compositionally, you don't want to just have two elements together. You actually want, if you're going to create a still life just with pears, you want three elements. So I'm just going to grab another pear here and show you how much of a difference that makes. So we'll zoom in here just on that tiny little composition there, and you'll see what a beautiful little painting that could be, because if you look at the light and the dark, you can see how there's lovely contrasts there. You can also change that up a little bit by bringing in a complementary color red with that green so it ties in. So these three elements are on a brown table, and that you can change your the look of your composition by changing where you place the elements. So let's put them on the board and see what happens here. Now here on this board you get to see the shadows. So the shadow cast by that pear on the left actually can create something beautiful. And then of course the spaces between the negative spaces, you want to vary them. You never want those negative spaces to be the same. And then you've got the red of the apple next to the green, and they're complementary colors. And then you look at your still life from all different angles. You walk around it. You can also lower your viewpoint. You can try with different color cloths or different color surfaces. You can use color cardboard. You look to where the light comes from, and you keep playing with sort of spacing, angles, and yeah, it could take ages to work it all out. So have a look at this design as well. You can see how confusing and large that those shapes of those butterflies are, but I reckon that they can be so amazingly painted and create that sort of painterly look, and then we can come in and soften those as well. The light on the apples are hitting from a beautiful angle too. So there's an idea, there's a painting we can look at. Come across to this table here, where we've got this beautiful tablecloth, apparently it's from India or something. And we've got our pears again. So I'm just taking simple shapes because I don't want anyone to get overwhelmed by this process. But you can see how these simple shapes can just be a lot of fun, and little nuts as well.
There's a few days worth.
There's a few days worth.
There's a few photos needed. Oh, look at through here. Yeah, it's pretty.
Isn't that beautiful? So yes, that's a lot of stuff to look at, isn't it? So either we can simplify it or we can take that on as a big project, but we can't do that because we're only at Jane's house for a couple of hours. So, but just to look at it and to see those colors, this is a limited palette. So to have a look at the colors that we've put together, all these colors really work well together. I mean, the pinks are pinks, but you're still picking up pinks where the light hits the apples as well. So That does look like it would make a fantastic Gauguin, not Gauguin, Cézanne painting. I really love the stripes on this tablecloth, and we aren't using them with this setup that we've put here. I really, really love these colours here. They're so beautiful.
Yeah.
Look what Jane's done now. She's smushed up the tablecloth with all the stuff on, and it just looks amazing. And now, how on earth are we supposed to paint all that?
Take all this away.
It's so beautiful. Those cut slices of bread are so beautiful with the shadow and the light, and that really can create your composition as to where the eye is leading, the angle of the knife, even those little bits of garlic and that garlic clove, the light's catching that and it's beautiful. Now I decide to ask for a tin and for some apples so that I can actually use those stripes. And then we're playing around with sort of kitchen utensils and simple elements, and I still haven't got there, but I'm really liking that tin with the apples on and the apples coming out of it. Jane gives me a spoon and some nuts, and suddenly it's starting to feel like the right composition. So this is exactly what I'm looking for, using the stripes, using the apples, keeping it simple, and having that beautiful gold spoon in place. So this is the finished painting, and it's honestly been one of my favourite paintings so far. And the takeaway is, the amount of time and effort it took me to get the composition that inspired me the most. It didn't just happen in 10 minutes. It actually took about an hour before I got started. So the effort in the beginning is really worth it. The actual painting is in a video in my Still Life mini course. So if you want to watch the whole painting take shape, just go on and get that course, and you'll love it because there's lots of other tips and amazing ways on how to use your iPad to compose and to get a better idea of where your composition's going.